when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibition, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but as soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people say, oh, he's broke. Listen.
This might be the one time where Floyd is strong-armed into signing a fight that he maybe didn't want to be a part of if he, I don't know, didn't think it was a pro or he signed down for it and didn't understand. I have no idea, but he that's the other thing. He signed three separate contracts according to Manny Pacquiao's team already. What did you think this was?
Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but...
Floyd Mayweather has finally responded to the rumors that he pulled out of a scheduled rematch with Manny Pacquiao. He made it clear that choosing to do exhibition fights does not mean he is short on money. He stated that he can still make good earnings and that his perfect professional record of 50 wins and no losses will remain untouched no matter how many exhibition matches he agrees to.
Because I got to where I got to focusing on Floyd Mayweather. That's how I got to becoming 50-0. Because my thing was always, I didn't care what nobody else was doing. I had to focus on me and my family, focus on what.
Wade Plemons points out that Floyd Mayweather tends to handle issues on his own, even when the conflicts involve people close to him. Right now, he is dealing with legal and business problems involving Al Haymon Showtime and Leonard Ellerbe. Team Pacquiao will probably speak up about this. And I am sure Team Floyd will also release a statement.
Know who's on Floyd's team anymore. Leonard Ellerbe's gone. I don't know if Al Haymon's probably not working with him because he's not necessarily directly in a lawsuit with Al Haymon, but that's another thing. Floyd is directly in a lawsuit with Showtime right now for $300 million, saying they didn't pay him, that they paid Al Haymon and that money never got facilitated to him. This is a mess, dude. And, you know, people were like, oh, Floyd ain't going broke. And, okay, he made close to $1 billion. But I'm telling you, when you spend like Floyd Mayweather spends, when you take advantage of people and try to essentially steal their money, you start having these little things become big things where you're not paying off. And we went over all of this already, but you're not paying off properties they're getting foreclosed on. You owe millions upon millions of dollars to the IRS. You're buying assets that don't appreciate. You're having to sell back things. And
meanwhile, Complex Sports posted on X that Floyd Mayweather owes $7.3 million to the IRS and is involved in several legal battles that could harm his boxing return. This means all these financial issues might threaten his planned 2026 comeback. Oscar de la Hoya also attacked Mayweather by calling him a coward for avoiding risky professional fights. He said Mayweather protected his record and avoided major challenges instead of facing real opponents.
When we fought, and what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy.
Bradley points out that Floyd Mayweather never wanted the fight in the first place but agreed to it for the money. Once he got his finances in order and sorted out his problems, he started avoiding Manny Pacquiao.
Take care of that. Well, he got some cheese from that advancement. I'm pretty sure he took care of that. You know, and now he's chilling. Now he's saying to himself, you know, I'm damn 50 years old. I ain't trying to fight. No, I ain't trying to fight. Let's do an exhibition. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, this don't even make sense. I'm 50, you 46. Bro, let's just be smart and do an exhibition. And I get it. Everybody saying, oh, well, he signed Tim for a real fight and all this stuff. I get it. And I'm not gonna argue that. He right. You signed Mayweather, damn it. You're supposed to be fighting for real, you know? For sure. Yeah, absolutely. But
Meanwhile, Complex Sports posted on X that Floyd Mayweather owes $7.3 million to the IRS and is involved in several legal battles that could harm his boxing return. This means all these financial issues might threaten his planned 2026 comeback. Oscar de la Hoya also attacked Mayweather by calling him a coward for avoiding risky professional fights. He said Mayweather protected his record and avoided major challenges instead of facing real opponents.
Only for the rematch to come now and years later, decade later, and we're talking still about money. And we're still talking about the classification of this fight. Floyd, if he doesn't take this fight after it's been announced on Netflix, after he's going broke, he owes people lots of money. The IRS just leaned on him again, Fat Joe style, leaned back on him for another, what, $7 million? After Floyd took an advance to cash, he took a cash advance on this fight because he signed however many different contracts already, and to sign those, he was paid money and then took a cash advance. At least that's what's being reported. If they don't fight, Netflix, and I'm assuming the representatives of Manny Pacquiao, are gonna be on his ass in court. And that's not a fight he can win right now. Where's the money coming from? Floyd has got to be the dumbest person in a position that he is in. One of the dumbest rich people.
Pliman says Floyd Mayweather might be in financial trouble based on his reported debts, IRS issues, and cash advances tied to fight contracts. He argues that if Floyd pulls out after the Netflix announcement, legal action from Pacquiao's team could follow. He also criticizes Floyd's financial decisions and says Floyd does not have a strong position in negotiations.
You're going to strong-arm Netflix into doing what you want to do with this whole, no, it's going to be an exhibition, no, we don't know where the fight's going to be, after it's already announced where the fight's going to be, the date it's going to be on, and it is going to be a pro bout. And also, you're not in a position to be very flippant with money. So not only will Floyd potentially, if this is not signed by tomorrow or today as you guys are seeing this video, Manny's representative there, Jazz Mather, said that Floyd would make more than he's made in the last 5 years on this fight, and I agree with him. Combined, if you don't take this now, not only are you not going to make that money, you're going to owe money because you already took money. You took a cash advance on this, and you've breached your contract, so you're now going to have to pay lawyer fees. You're going to lose, all because you piped up in public and essentially shit on the entire event, saying it was something it wasn't. Floyd.
Tim Bradley says Floyd Mayweather is older now and does not want real fights anymore, so he is pushing for an exhibition instead. He notes that Floyd is 50 and Pacquiao is 46, so a safer option makes sense. Bradley knows people are criticizing Floyd because he agreed to a real fight, but he says he understands both sides. He adds that money and business reasons may have changed Floyd's choices after he got paid from contracts. Bradley believes Mayweather is now putting business ahead of competition and that the situation has shifted, which is why Floyd wants an exhibition rather than a professional rematch.
like this, I don't know, but I just know that that money he received, I'm pretty man, damn it, I don't know for sure, but damn it, I'm probably about, I know I'm 85, 90%, right? I'm telling you, because he wouldn't, I don't think he'll be doing this. You know, this is business. So he's just saying, I understand it was a real fight, but now I want to change it. I want to change it now. I got my advancement.
Is just how it is. Zab Judah questions the mindset behind avoiding risk and asks what the real fear is, whether it is protecting the undefeated record. He says the zero in the loss column holds huge value, like an 800 credit score worldwide, representing perfection and status in boxing. Zab Judah says Floyd Mayweather has done a great job keeping that undefeated record and calls it a smart career move. Zab Judah also notes that at the highest level, fighters like Manny Pacquiao still take on elite opponents such as Mario Barrios, showing they remain active in world-class competition. He contrasts this with Mayweather, who has not faced top professional opposition in a long time. But Zab Judah stresses that Mayweather is very smart inside the ring and always makes sure he is in control of every situation before making a move.
You walk around with an 800 credit score with the O. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the O brings. It brings an 800 credit score for wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Floyd he's done a great job with that. Great job. So of course he's gonna, you know, shoulder roll on that O. I ain't mad at him. Smart guy. He understand. He ain't no fool. Word.
Could it be possibly too that, you know, Manny Pacquiao has been fighting at the top level, fighting Mario Barrios and getting a draw for that WBC title? You know, Floyd hasn't fought world-class.
Zab Judah argues that if Pacquiao had any clear advantage, Mayweather would likely avoid the fight completely because he does not take unnecessary risks. He believes Floyd carefully chooses situations where he remains on top. At the same time, Zab Judah insists neither fighter is afraid of the other and both have elite skill and experience. Finally, Zab Judah reflects that the outcome of the first fight still shapes public opinion, with Mayweather holding the win. He suggests this history is why Pacquiao keeps pushing for a rematch, while Mayweather stays careful about risking his legacy and undefeated record.
And always make sure that, you know, he's top of the food chain when it comes to everything. You know what I'm saying? And then he proceeds forward. So if Pacquiao has an edge, a little bit, you can forget about it.
Do you think it looks different?
Huh?
Do you think the fight looks different now that they're a little bit older now? And
I mean, listen, like I said, both fighters are great. They both have skill. Nobody's scared of nobody. Nobody lacks or got anything over, you know, one another. But Floyd got over Pacquiao. I won the first fight. Now Pacquiao, that's why Pacquiao's so adamant.
and Pacquiao's activity.
Pacquiao's very adamant to get this rematch because he understands, like, wait a minute, I need one more shot. It's almost like going into, you know, it's something about rematching. You know, I mean, I've been successful with all my, you know, with
Floyd Mayweather is now being accused of breaking his contract. Reports say Manny Pacquiao's team gave him a short deadline to either move forward with the rematch, change the contract terms, or back out completely. People are saying this was never meant to turn into an exhibition fight, no matter what. Manny Pacquiao reportedly has no desire to face Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition and insists the fight was always supposed to be a professional match.
He is in breach right now. He has to provide written confirmation by tomorrow that he has intent to cure it, and there's a certain amount of time because there's multiple breaches across the board. Mayweather said he and others have already reached out to Mayweather to correct the situation, so he's fully aware. The guy thinks he knows what he's doing every time, and when people try to reach out to him or give him advice, he always, I got this, I have it figured out. We definitely don't, because we don't have our next steps figured out, right? The fight is not canceled. Floyd is definitely in breach of his contract. There has been no request by anybody to cancel it. Mayweather has been asked to provide.
It is also said that Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 separate deals on different dates with 2 different groups, which later came together in January, all tied to his return to pro boxing. In simple terms, this means Floyd may now have several contract duties he is expected to meet. The biggest one is believed to be the Netflix-backed rematch agreement. But confusion started after Mayweather told reporters in Las Vegas that the fight could be an exhibition, which went against how it was first promoted. This has led to disagreement and doubt among fans and promoters. Overall, the situation looks messy, with legal and contract pressure claims of multiple broken deals and mixed messages about the fight type, leaving the rematch future unclear.
Pacquiao, meanwhile, is miffed by Mayweather's backpedaling. Manny Pacquiao, I believe he's going to bite me. He's going to bite me. Manny Pacquiao is not happy. He's been looking forward to this rematch. Nobody ever got a contract, and Netflix stepping up as a media empire holds a lot of weight. It reassured Manny that this was real. They put a stamp on it. He's obviously displeased. He does want to fight Floyd. He does not want an exhibition. Has no interest in that because that was never part of their conversation. And asked if the fight would ever occur as an exhibition. The fight will not take place as a pure exhibition. Under the contract and terms and platforms, we are part.
To be clever and change the approach, it looks like Floyd Mayweather Jr. is also tied to several business moves around the same time. The discussion suggests he may have set up another separate fight, reportedly an exhibition in Greece against a kickboxer, along with other big exhibition chances. At the same time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is also part of a Netflix exhibition event with Mike Tyson, while still being linked to talks with Manny Pacquiao. The point being made is that Floyd could line up multiple paydays from different events without taking any real risk in a professional fight. Each exhibition lets him make money while keeping his undefeated record safe. According to this view, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is also setting things up so that money from one deal can help cover other money needs or investments. It is suggested that large amounts from these agreements might go into investments, possibly in real estate or other projects, instead of just relying on what he earns from fighting.
Money where there's nothing on the line, which means Manny can't get his get back and Floyd keeps his 50-0. So it looks like Floyd's trying to get slick and switch it up. And at the same time, Floyd did something else that I can see, at least this is my understanding, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. also negotiated himself another fight with a kickboxer in Greece. So Floyd gets his hands on some cash from the negotiation from Floyd with Manny. Then he also picks up another payday for himself with an exhibition against a kickboxer, and he has the exhibition on Netflix with Mike Tyson. All of which he can win and look good in, but at the same time not risk anything. And not only that, he can pull the cash from one guy to give him some, because cash rules everything around me. So he gets his hands.
The commentary also raises concerns about the business setup around Floyd Mayweather Jr., saying that his management team and advisors may not always act in his best interest. It suggests that complicated deal-making could lead to legal fights, money tangles, and delayed payments. In the end, the main point is that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is handling a complex web of exhibitions, talks, and business projects all at once. While this approach lets him earn as much as possible with little risk, it also creates room for contract confusion and long-term money problems if deals get changed or argued over later.
From one of his people about a real good investment that he can invest in, and then he can get a return on that investment from that cash and solve his problems. You know, the way that these guys that he's working with, or at least are accused of doing business. I don't even want to get into that too much. But let's just suffice it to say that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s business managers are not necessarily the most reputable people. So would they leverage one deal as a way to get cash and money for another business venture, and then back out of the original business venture after they get the cash, and then do what? Tie it up in lawsuits for a while you get to get your money on over this side? Let me tell you what that is. That is a slick move to try to rob Peter and pay Paul.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glovelard and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.